I want to do a quick video showing you how classes work in QuickBooks Online. Let's start with the concept. Here is the profit and loss statement. I'll call the financial statement of financial activity in a nonprofit. Here we have the total data. This is your total statement of financial activity, has all of the income, and then of course all of the expenses. One of the things that we want to do is we want to break that down or classify your income and your expenses according to general and administrative, which we would call overhead, programming, which is the good that you do, and fundraising, which is where your money comes from, how you raise money. And so these are the three major classes that we set up within QuickBooks, but we also want to break those down a little bit. Now, overhead is just overhead. We don't break that down. I won't say it's never happened, but in general, that isn't the way we do things. We don't break overhead down. But your programming, you want to break down to your individual programs. And in my imaginary system, I have a food bank, a homeless shelter, and then I have an appreciation dinner because I want to track my expenses and income from that. I also have general programming, which are things that don't go to programming, the good that I do, but aren't specific to any one particular program. This is the way that I like to set it up. Under fundraising, I have three, these are called subclasses. I have three subclasses: the annual gala, the golf tournament, and my general fundraising. So I just noticed an error in my math. Let me take care of that real quick. And we'll make this fundraising of income of $23,000. Sorry about that. So now what we can do, and what we want to do then is we want to say, all right, we have 48, let's go down to expenses. Under travel, I have $4,000. And this is how it is classified according to the individual subclasses. And then of course we can roll that up so I can see how much I paid in total programming. That's important because many of your donors will ask, of every dollar I give you, what percentage goes to general and administrative? And more importantly, what percentage of every dollar I give you goes to the good that you do, the programming? You also want to know things like, did I make any money on the annual gala last year? Or did I make any money on the golf tournament? I also want to know how much my food bank program is actually costing my organization, because I have grants, public support, which means somebody designated these donations, grant revenues, and program fees that I take in. And of course, these are all imaginary numbers. So this program, the food bank, only cost me $1,900 to administer. My total costs of the program, it was $21,000. So this gives you a variety of information. I can also say how many users, how many people participated in the food bank, and how many people participated in the homeless shelter, for example. So this will tell me which one might be more likely to get more dollars and other decisions, but it gives you some parameters. So you can see this is a handy thing to have. Now, how does this happen? In QuickBooks, this is an expense form that I've created just as a dummy. And I decided to use postage and shipping as an example. And so here I'm saying this is postage and shipping for the annual gala and postage for the front office, general administrative. So I walked into the USPS, I wrote them a check for $100. And then I wanted to break it out because I used half of it for the annual gala and half of it for general and administrative. QuickBooks is smart enough that it will come down and say, oh, look, postage and shipping, and let's make that yellow so that you can see it. Now in my postage and shipping, I said the annual gala got $50 and the G&A got $50. So I have spent $100 on postage and shipping, and this is how I have classified those two expenses. One of the other things that this does is it allows me not to have those breakdowns within my chart of accounts. This is important because I'm going to analyze your chart of accounts. And when I do, I'll tell you, you do not need postage and shipping for general administrative and postage and shipping for the food bank and postage and shipping for the annual gala, which a lot of people do. So instead of 3 accounts in that example, I simply have 1, and then we use class to identify the individual subclasses to which this goes. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.